right. Now what is this right? Related to the first sentence. First sentence is, nothing is an offense which is done in the exercise of the right of private defense. This right. What is this right? Exactly, right to private defense. So link up the sentences. So first proposition is that nothing that is done in the right to private defense is legally wrong, right? That's what they're saying. Nothing is an offense, so it's not an offense if you do something which is an act of private defense. Now this right of self-defense, this right of private defense, can also extend to lawfully causing the death of the assailant. Assailant means somebody who assails you. Assail means attack you. Assailant is basically an attacker. This right also extends to causing the death of the assailant if the offense which occasions the exercise of the right. Now be very, very careful here. This is a tricky bit, so to logically think it through. If the offense of whom? Offense of whom? Of the assailant, correct. If the offense which occasions the exercise of the right of defense, that means, what does it mean? It leads to your self-defense, right? Because of the assailant's offense, the occasion arises for you to trigger your right to self-defense. Following? So which occasions the right of private defense be an assault which reasonably causes the apprehension of death or grievous hurt. Now if I go to Saurav and I say, क्या रे? क्या बे? क्या कर रहा है? क्यों देख रहा है? And Saurav then take चाकू मार दिया मेरे को. Is that, when I ask him this, when I ask him, क्या बे? I look at it. Does that mean that I'm assaulting him and that assault reasonably causes the apprehension of death or grievous hurt? Huh? What if I go up to him and I say, huh? What about this? What about this? Slight push. Does it? No. Again, no. What if I go to him? What about this? I pull out a knife, I put it to his. He has reasonable cause. He has reasonable cause? Correct. Right? Because any reasonable person would think that I can die. Because he's got a knife. So that's the first principle. An assault which reasonably causes the apprehension of death or grievous hurt. Second, an assault which causes reasonable apprehension of rape. An assault which causes a reasonable apprehension of rape, you can kill there also, because rape is considered as a very grievous offense under the Indian Penal Code. So if you think you're going to be raped, you can kill. That's what it says in your private defense. Again, if I go to Saurav and I say, kya bhai? Hey, chikne. Huh? Okay, we'll leave that there. Those are slightly murky areas. But yeah, if Saurav, let's say Saurav was a beautiful girl that was here, and I'm following Saurav. Saurav's walking back home at night. It's we'll have to transform the name, right? Saurav sounds like a male name. So Surabhi. So Surabhi is walking back home at night, and I'm following Surabhi, right? And she's looking back, and still following her, and then she reaches a corner, and I'm walking towards her. She's up against the wall. I go there and I put my hands like that. Enough? I think it's a reasonable apprehension. No? Right? An assault which causes reasonable apprehension of kidnapping. Kidnapping. So if you think that somebody is going to kidnap you, what does kidnapping mean? Capture and without the permission, and take them against their will. So if kidnapping also can give you the right to a self-defense, which will extend to killing. Your right to self-defense will extend to killing. So the simple point that I'm trying to make before you is break down each of these questions into propositions. Proposition number 1, you have a right to self-defense. That's a basic proposition. You have a right to self-defense. Anything committed in the act of self-defense is okay. It is not an offense. What the Indian Penal Code says is, every offense is punishable. So if you commit an offense, you can be punished. But if you do something in self-defense, it is not an offense. Therefore, not punishable. This self-defense can also extend to even killing in 3 circumstances. List down the 3. You've broken it down. Now you can answer any question. Then they give you a factual situation. Apply these principles. Once you've broken down this thing, read the facts, apply it. Very simple. Logical. Analysis. You have to break it down. Be mathematical about it. Just be precise. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Proposition 1, proposition 2, proposition 3. And these are the facts. Apply the proposition to the facts. Like I told you, I gave you a fact situation with Saurav and me. I showed you all, I took you through all those facts. You just apply it. That's all you need to do as a lawyer. Application. Logical reasoning questions also same thing. You have to break it down. Okay? So I'm going to take you through this and see how many of you can answer this. Right? So, some pearls are stones. You know what pearls are? What's a pearl? Precious stone. Right? Precious stone. If you see a very beautiful girl also, you can call her a pearl because it's precious. Yeah? Pearls. So some pearls are stones, but not all pearls. You know why? Not for any other reason. Because you don't know your own capabilities. We're all a bit like Hanuman. You know Hanumanji's story? Hanuman didn't know his strength. So flew very close to the sun. Huh? Try to eat it, exactly. You know the story. Similarly, all of us don't know our strength. Because there's a lot of strength inside. There's a lot of wisdom inside. Our current learning hasn't exposed us to all of it. So it's too much inside, we need to bring it out. So when you see someone who you think is smarter than you, it's not true. You have it inside. You have to bring it gradually. Gradually. When I went to law school in my first 3 years, I failed a lot of subjects. Because I didn't believe. I thought, a person's smarter than me. They're answering so well in class. Then you get a complex, 3 years it took. I fell under that complex. Started drinking, lot of things. Then after a while, 4th, 5th year, I realized. I said, it's inside me. I have to bring it out slowly. They're not better. I'm as good. I'm better. You tell yourself, I'm better. I'm better because we're all the same. We're all human beings. But who does better is the one who brings it up. It's all inside. Everything's inside. It's hiding. So when you see someone better than you, it's not because they're better, because they brought it out. You haven't brought it out. You have to bring it out. And how do you bring it out? Confidence. More and more confidence. If you tell yourself every day that you're better, you will become better. Because the mind is very powerful. You see, your brain is a very powerful instrument. Every night before you go to sleep, you must say, what should you say? You should chant what we call Clat mantra. Om Jai Clat. Om Jai Clat. Okay? And then you should also tell yourself, I am the best. I will top Clat. I am the best. I will top Clat. 10 bar mantra. 10 times you would say every night. No, trust me, it helps. You have to, because your mind will act on your faith. When your mind believes that you're good, you will automatically become good. Because your mind will then condition your body. Because mind is very powerful. We don't understand it. Top scientists don't understand the mind. Top scientists don't understand the mind. But what you have to understand is if you tell your mind enough times, your mind will act. Automatically, without you knowing. Without you knowing. You keep telling yourself that, it will act. And you're not being foolish. See, because you have the basic substance. See, if you didn't have the basic substance, if you were really foolish, nothing at all, no English at all, no skills, then we can't bring you in. Because something you need, little bit. You already have that little bit. For the other, it has to come from within. For that, you tell your mind. Every day tell your mind,